boy, put the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch them talk about it. Every week I got a mission to get it. Hop on a flight and then finish in business. I'm sitting in business, just look at the ticket. A traveling man, I'm switching to pivot. Why would I talk about it when I live it? I know that you live it, I know that you mad. Putting up numbers and flipping the digits again and again and again. Well, you get it. Elevate and enjoy the saga. Better pay, give me more of them dollars. Still on the grind, ahead of my time. My yesterdays are your mananas. Trip to Hawaii to bust out the haka. I bust out the haka, I bust out the ooh. When there's nothing to do. Never been capping, you know that it's true. Haters are climbing your river like boo.
All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Tennessee Titans. A happy Christmas Eve to all. What a good one we have in store as we are underway here in Week 16. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Now Spears to begin the drive, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, it's quite a unit. #1 in the NFL against the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. To throw, here's Willis. That'll be complete to Okonkwo. Well, this defense for the Seahawks very strong in that victory a week ago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The Titans at 13-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Right back to Spears. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Second down, here's Willis. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Willis from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's a Tennessee native from just outside of Memphis, Ken Walker. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here, going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game? Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now Rodgers. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Allen Pierce, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. You talk about this Titan defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL. And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it. Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And this game, CD, some are calling it the game of the year. Others are saying, hey, this is the Super Bowl preview. And as we speak, these are the top seeds in each conference. How do you think these two teams approach this one internally? And I think that we both subscribe to the theory that it is the game of the year so far, and it could be a Super Bowl preview. I know outwardly both teams are going to tell us, hey, it's 1 of 16. We're going to do what we do. Let's just go ahead and play our game. But I think we both know that internally, they're saying we've got to establish we're the team to beat in case we see them again. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 7. Back to throw, Willis. Here's a diving catch right side. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats or pits like you have for high jumpers, and you know you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your
concrete.
Toughness. That explains your toughness right there, because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. The 20. And they're going to be settled down around the 15-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. On the ground, this is Julius Chestnut. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 2nd and 7. And here's a give to Spears. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
A 4-receiver set here, 3rd and 5. Willis looking to throw it. And that's a touchdown, but hold on, there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point by Benchley, up and good. And that's the score, 7-0. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. The 2nd down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
That's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Tajay Spears with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Walker with a grab, left side. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. As they've got it as we resume action. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Hand off to Spears. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. On the option, here's Spears. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Third down, it's Willis. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while as if they're getting back in form.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Rodgers changing the play, it appears. Back to throw here. This one goes underneath to Walker. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now Rodgers. He's got his man. It's Pierce. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
They'll try for the first with Walker. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 2 yards. Brings up 4th down.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's a run by Spears. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
The Spears with another carry. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It was Jamal Adams up from his safety spot to make the play behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Here's Willis. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Willis, 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt. Badgley able to knock this one through. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. This is caught. It's Brown. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Marquise Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Jason Myers now for the extra point. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Come on, boys. Let's pound the rock.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Stay tough, boys. Stay tough.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Second down throw coming by Willis. Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Stay on point, fellas.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, Willis. That's caught. It's Chris Moore. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Willis looking to throw it. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
At the 22-yard line.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Badgley's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
On first down, Rodgers. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
A gain of 19 yards.
Man in motion left. That's Smith and Jigba.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
In motion left comes Brown. Rodgers to throw on second down. This will be caught by Brown. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now. And again, it's Rodgers. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They're going to line up to go for this on fourth down. Rodgers stays on the field. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. They'll run with Spears. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second and 7. Out of the gun to give to Spears.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, here's Willis. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Now Willis. He'll get that complete to Dell.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Now Willis. That one's taken in by Spears.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. He's going to find his receiver, Chris Moore. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. So here's a 3rd and 14. Here's Willis. They'll set up the screen for Spears. They'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And now a run with Spears. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and 9. Now Willis to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Had an open man that time, and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Spears. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 7 yards for him on the ground now, as he's been terrific here this afternoon.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll run with Chestnut, and this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Spears will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Yeah, he's got it. Touchdown! With Russ Volkakino, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
First down, Seattle.
Rodgers now on first down. That's DK Metcalf running his slant. He's got it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Rodgers now on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Rodgers will try again on second down.
Looking for the out route. He's got his man.
The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Titans. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Now 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Spears, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 4.
The shotgun snap to Willis. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Spears.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 6.
Up the middle they go. Spears. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. That's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Here's 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Spears breaks a tackle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. Spears. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
The tackle by Kalen Barnes.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Now a handoff up the middle. Spears. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here.
That pass complete to Moore.
And he lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And they were ultra-confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight, but number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
17 yards. First down, Seahawks.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Flushed out right. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Catch is made by Metcalf. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Alec Pierce from 21 yards away. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I'm sure the message as they come out onto the field was, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a 3-score game, though.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one error leads to another, which leads to another. Then all of a sudden you're fighting for your life down the stretch instead of finishing the game in style, which is what they're trying to do on this drive.
Yeah, it would be a pretty amazing comeback, but we've seen crazier things happen in the National Football League.
We certainly have.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. It's a play fake. Here's Willis. Got his man. It's Thornton. Into space at the 45. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys in the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
On the carry, it's Chestnut. And he's got it to about the 40.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A run here with Chestnut. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth.
Make them work for it. Let's do this! Big play here. Big play. Let's make something happen.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
Put some points on the scoreboard.
Third down, it's Willis. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That's good for the Titans. First down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Chris Moore from 17 yards out.
And the Titans extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign.
Badgley on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On first down, Rodgers. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for Tennessee, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home